podcastjuice.net.
Crime. Let's get it together. Education. Let's get it together. Marriage. Let's get it together. Politics. Let's get it together. Full circle. Poverty. Let's get it together. Race. Let's get it together. Full circle. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Full Circle Podcast Show, episode number 43.
Hi.
I'm Darryl McCullough, the same poet, along with A. Whitney Petty, who should be calling in a little later on from Chicago.
Yay.
And as always, I am joined by the songstress, the crowd pleaser who I recently had a chance to see perform.
I was glad that you came to the show. I really was.
It was great.
I looked out in the crowd and I saw Darryl and his wife, and I was like so excited. That was great.
Okay, but do you really want to know what happened?
What happened?
Okay, we were going to go see Ramona.
Okay.
And then I was like, okay, I can't even put this on Facebook because Carmen is my girl. And if she says, you saw Ramona and you didn't come see me? I was like, and then 5 seconds later when I posted it, Carmen said, hey, you coming to see me? And I was like, absolutely.
My show was the next night. So
Absolutely.
It would have been plenty of time. And we love Ramona here. So she's always on our hearts.
But there was something else that happened. You performed great. Your voice, your band, everything was awesome. However, I look at you like a sister.
You know what? When they say, however, everything that happened before, it doesn't mean anything.
No, when they say, I look at you like a sister, everything they say before.
Well,
okay.
The thing is,
Okay,
she did some little moves, some little gyrate, and it kind of
did it bother you? Were you bothered?
It kind of bothered me in the lower region.
Whoa!
It was very awkward.
I wasn't ready for that. Okay, so also, so was not ready for that. I was not ready.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
I need you to elaborate.
No.
I recoil that statement. So I'm going to introduce our guest. We also will have Erica. She's going to be sending us an audio for the Fitness Minute.
Yes.
But we have joining us a finance manager, a cardio boxer instructor by night. She is a commercial actress, a former co-host at Power 109.9 FM. She is the current co-host for the Dr. Sam show, who was on our last show.
I saw that.
Yes.
So this is Toledo's own Tina Miller.
Hey, y'all. How are y'all doing?
Yes.
I'm so glad to be here. On time.
I had to struggle through that. My mouth is not moist enough yet.
Don't, you know what?
Here we go
I
again.
can't do it.
So there's a theme going on here. I just got to see if that's sticking
Girl.
or what.
Okay.
We are glad to have you here. And do you want to talk a little bit about your experiences and things like that before we get into the show?
Well, it depends on what you mean, Carmen. I have all kinds of experiences every day.
Well.
And I have some in the past that I'm proud of. So
This is a G.
Oh, then I probably shouldn't
Rated
talk
show.
about my Brazilian wax I just had.
Then we
We'll
go move on then.
Okay, then, girl. I'm all for
I
whatever.
refuse to give you a view on that. I saw you had like 1,000 views. I was like, I am not. But
No, we have 3,800 views.
yeah,
that
I
video.
think.
Oh, did you
I
do
think
it live?
One of those
Did you
are
like-
mine.
I was there with the phone in my hand. I didn't drop the phone once. I'm so proud of myself.
Look at you.
I
That's
know.
a talent.
Even when I was on all fours.
That's a
didn't drop it.
talent. That is actually
Hold
a
on.
talent.
What?
They do
It's-
your taint.
It's from the rooter to the tutor, Darryl.
What's a taint?
Okay, you know what? That's a show for another day.
Oh, is that why they call it that? Thank God for Eric, because
The technical term is perineum, I do believe. Don't ask me why I know that. So
moving on.
Let's get ready to have another fun and exciting show from the perspective of a liberal, conservative, and independent state of mind. Today's topic was picked by our call-in guests, Chris Thomas and Russ Van Ness from Nerds with Alcohol, I Like Them, podcast. They chose for us to discuss the topic, America is Getting Brown, Are You Down? They will be joining us later in the show. Before we begin, we do want to thank everybody for listening, for our shout outs on Facebook, and for liking the page. We made it to what?
Over 700.
Yes.
Awesome.
Keep telling your friends. Also, don't forget to check out Podcast Juice Network. The site is great and informative for Prince fans, as well as other podcast shows, including the Michael Dean Show, Red Shirts, and all kinds of other stuff. The Prince podcast is one of my favorites because we all love.
Absolutely.
All right. So, moving on. We got to remind people about the National Podcast Power.
Absolutely. We got to hit this up. We're going to do probably a small little commercial. And
Fancy.
yeah, we're going to have it together.
We might need you to do the voiceovers.
Oh, I'd love to.
We're trying to find a way to say National Podcast Power Conference that makes people excited. How would you say it?
Everyone.
How would-
NPPC. You
Oh,
don't want to
I-
miss it.
Oh, I like it.
Wow.
She's good, yeah?
That sounds kind of violent, though.
Nope.
NPPC?
I love it.
Like NWA. What was those?
No.
What?
You know, those troublemakers.
He thinks
those wild.
initials are for thugs.
Oh, okay, got it. No, I think you should roll with that.
But yeah,
I like
so
it.
we have some new things going on. Number one, we have a sponsor.
Oh, yeah?
We have two.
Two.
Yep. So we have two gold sponsors for the upcoming National Podcast Power Conference. We have Lipson, who offers the best, most complete podcasting hosting available. I've used Lipson for over 2 years, and they're great.
You know what? That's one of the places you can actually find a Full Circle podcast show.
Mm-hmm.
So I have listened to us on Lipson, and I know the quality is excellent, and there's a lot of different formats and that you can check out. So definitely
Yep.
check out www.libsyn.com.
And our other sponsor,
Oh,
who,
yeah.
Carmen is very instrumental in
My boy.
connecting us with, is the Three Kings. And you know what? When I saw them at your concert, they gave me 2 shirts. 216.
Oh, see,
Get it. Don't
see, I'm
stop.
trying to do
Get
that.
it.
I'm so
Get it.
216. That's I'm gonna need a I'm so 313.
Oh, snap.
I want one. What's Detroit? Detroit
That's
is
313.
I want to be
You want to be so 313?
I want to be Detroit.
You want to thug it out?
I want to thug it out.
You
I'd
I
like
don't
to.
I don't think you can do that. Okay, so Three Kings Clothing is an apparel company that supplies quality clothing with a connection to pop culture and current events. Please visit them at www.3kingsclothing.com. And we've got more slots for our sponsors too, from what I understand. We always are looking for sponsors. They'll also be at the National Podcast Power Conference. So go on www.nationalpodcastpower.com. Get your tickets.
It's going to be a great time. Great time.
So,
Go on.
what's going on in the world right now? What do
Well,
we got?
speaking of our last podcast, let's talk about last podcast.
Did you watch that? Did you watch the last one?
I didn't. I meant to do that yesterday.
So you've done no homework
That's not
whatsoever.
true. That's not true.
So this
because
is
when I
like
was
totally-
driving to take my child back to school or whatever I was doing, picking her up, I think.
You have a baby?
She's in college at Ohio State University. Go Bucks.
Oh.
So
You look like you're 25 years old.
no,
You have
I'm
a
almost
child?
2 times that, minus 6. So I know, do your math
trying
and
to
carry
do
the
math.
one.
He can't
Dun,
do
dun, dun,
it.
dun, dun, dun. No, but I listened to the one where you guys talked about hair. And I was really
yeah,
intrigued. And I
yeah,
really
yeah.
loved all the different podcast operators. I don't know what do you guys call the podcast people? Like yourselves? What do you-
Podcasters?
Well, all the different podcasters who were
Family.
calling in and contributing. So I was like, wow, I really enjoyed this whole hour and a half, made it fly by.
Oh,
So I really
awesome.
enjoyed it. So I have listened, just not in the last 24
Nice.
hours.
Great.
There you go.
He usually talks about the last podcast. So go. What about last podcast? What were your
Well,
thoughts?
that topic was social media, judge, jury, and executioner. Thought it was a great show
Babe.
with Sam Mallet, and some great call-ins. And yeah, so I just came out and I confess, yes, I judge people. I
You
judge.
do that without social
I
media.
judge-
though. He does it. I think
I'll
he
get a
does that
Facebook request.
naturally.
And I'm checking them out. I'm looking like, is she over God? Is she too godly? Does she honk for Jesus?
Don't do that. That's not okay.
I'm very concerned.
Why?
I just want to know.
See, you know what?
I judge women with purple hair.
That's not okay.
I
We've
do.
had that show too. I'm not dealing with you on that. As a
I,
matter of fact, Next time we come in here, I'm gonna wear purple hair on purpose.
I'm just,
can't wait.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna do it.
Invite me back for that.
It's gonna be purple.
I judge a person when they date down. I judge them when they're not dating at their level.
Oh my god!
And you're like, oh,
So
really?
you know what?
You know?
I kind of am with you, sort of.
Okay.
I'm kind of guilty.
He's terrible.
There's a girl from high school. We started connecting, and she sends me a text, and hey, happy Monday. I was like, oh, she is so
I know I
sweet.
ain't. No, I'm just kidding.
She's so sweet. Then Tuesday came, happy Tuesday, and I'm like, okay. Then
I'm
Wednesday,
like a positive person on social media too. I'm
I
like
call her
super
Happy
positive.
Wednesday. Her name is.
I
Happy
was on
Wednesday.
one yesterday though.
Ooh, let me go look.
Yeah. Y'all pray for me.
Yeah, we're going to check that and get right back to you.
But that episode is doing well. We're close to 800 downloads so far.
Wow.
So I'm happy about that.
Cool.
Awesome.
Also, I saw that you weren't all that pleased about Netflix. What's that about?
Oh no, you know what? Netflix is. I'm cool.
Okay.
Me and Netflix are cool.
Are you?
I'm watching Ozark. Did
What
you
is
see that?
No.
Ooh, yeah,
He finds the most obscure television shows.
Well, you know what? I'm a member of Black Twitter, and I communicate with
I
a
don't
lot
think
of.
no, you can't possibly be. Black Twitter was all power and insecure last week. What are you talking about, Ozark?
Oh well, okay,
Yeah.
my fault. I've always wanted to be a part of Black Twitter, but
I'm part of Black
I
Twitter.
think I'm on the wrong.
I think you might be.
Area.
I think
Beige Twitter, maybe.
I think so. Taupe Twitter.
Yeah.
But I'm
Bertzion on
okay.
Twitter.
Okay, Carmen, you'll know this too.
So
Arrested Development.
yes.
Who was the star?
Jason
somebody?
Jason Bateman.
He is the star in Ozark.
He's hilarious.
They're calling it the Breaking Bad of Netflix. I'm
He
telling
is
you.
hilarious.
No,
is it?
this is
But
not
it's
funny.
got to be,
Carmen.
somebody's got to
funny?
be dying or addicted to something, right?
It's
Like,
not fun.
understand.
I love Breaking
There is
Bad
nothing
though.
funny
Gotta
about
be some
this.
addiction.
So it's like seriously like a drama. I
Yes.
haven't seen him do like serious drama. His drama's always been like with a wink and a nod. I don't
Well,
know.
I think you'll like that. Okay? Check
Okay.
out Ozark on Netflix. Now, the other thing is, I caught up on the Carmichael show. Has anybody watched that?
I've watched it in the past, yes.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
It is well written.
I hear that. I still haven't. I haven't made myself do it.
It took
and
time
I'm
for
gonna
me.
tell you why. I have a David Allen Greer phobia.
I actually like him.
I have a phobia.
I got a
do.
problem with that mother.
Yeah.
Her
No.
voice, but Dave Allen Greer, he's
I have
okay.
a David Allen Greer phobia, and I'm gonna get over it. I'm gonna check it out.
When did
But,
it start, Carmen? Like
Like,
what
right-
can help you through this?
like right after in Living Color when he was on Martin and playing that creepy preacher.
Oh, that was hilarious.
I will do it.
I'm gonna have to
He did a
some
couple
laying on my
cameo
hands
things.
and all that. That was hilarious.
The creepy preacher did it for me. I have a phobia.
Now, I was pissed off at something that happened on the Carmichael show.
Why?
They did this show about talking about what black people don't do,
Yeah.
and they did this thing about how black people don't read. And I'm
my
like, that
God.
is insane. Listen, I'm a published author of 2 books. I'm actually writing my 3rd book because I read all the time. I have a
I
library
do.
at home.
I read a lot. Too.
Me too.
My 3rd book is going to be called White People Really Love Dogs.
Oh, okay.
And they really want to know what you're eating for lunch all the time.
Oh my God!
Write
And they
that
want to
down.
know about your weekends. Well, what did you do? Where'd you go?
I'm going to be writing my memoirs soon, and it's tentatively titled "Skid Marks on the Draws of Life."
Oh my God!
So,
Like, to
Oh
write
my
forward
God.
for that.
so that's a thing.
But this is for Gerard Carmichael. Black people do read. I'm reading. I just got this new book. Is Marriage for White People?
No, wait.
How the African American marriage has declined and affects everyone.
I'm gonna you know what?
I'm reading this right
I
now.
want to read that.
Who wrote that?
Is there an audio version?
Ralph
So I can
Richard
multitask?
Banks.
Is he real?
How clan is he?
Listen, when was the last time you were invited to a black wedding?
How clan is he?
Nobody, everybody shacks up. No
2
one
weeks
gets
ago,
married.
I
I've been
sing
to 2
at
this month.
I sing at black weddings. I sing at
la-
all weddings, of
See-
course. Hey, www.carmenvillamusic.com.
I can't remember the last black wedding I went to, but I remember the dance, and it was that
That's the wobble.
It's the Cabbage Patch.
No,
What?
he's talking about.
Oh, that's 1975.
That's the last black wedding I've been to. Everybody else is
1987.
shacking up.
I think it's because they don't invite you.
Really? That could be true.
I'm just saying. You're reading that book. You're reading that book.
That could be true.
So yeah. Let's break into politics. There's been quite a bit going on here lately.
I don't think anything's going on, but I think everything's fine.
That's okay. While the house is on fire.
No, what is
like
you know
that.
what? Every time we get a new boss at work, they clean house. It's
Oh
just
my
normal.
God. No, it's not normal to have a press secretary that lasts less than a week.
Nobody liked him anyway.
That got fired before he was actually hired. That's not normal.
It
It's
happened
not
with that-
normal for a press secretary
It
for
happened with that Barack
communications.
Hussein guy.
No,
the same thing happened
that's
with him.
not a thing.
They
That
got
did
him out
not
of there at 8
happen.
years.
That did not happen, dude.
It
Okay,
could have.
so the other one used to hide in the bushes, and the one that they have now is pretty much a straight up Nazi. I said it. Stephen Miller proved me wrong. What I thought was one of the seminal moments of the week past was our very, very, very favorite senator, Maxine Waters.
The one that the lady looks like
Reclaiming
James
my
Brown.
time. Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time. We're not going to put what you said on my time. Reclaiming my time. We're not going to put what you said on my time. Anyway, I thought that her interview or questioning of Steve Munchin was very, very, very interesting because it was a teachable moment. A lot of people don't know the rules of an inquest when it comes to being under Senate in a Senate hearing. And people thought that she was being rude or whatever. But when she reclaimed her time so that he could get straight to the answer, I thought it was brilliant because that's a tactic that a lot of people don't know can be used. And I'll be using it here.
Someone better watch out.
Carmen and I, we
When I-
never have
when-
that problem.
When I find out there are new parliamentarian procedures that we can put in place, reclaiming my time.
Apply them to your personal life
Wow.
as well.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I have nothing to speak on as far as politics. I haven't watched CNN.
Oh, did you see that a
in
grand
6
jury
months.
has been convened?
No, I have not seen that.
Yeah. Oh, you did.
Glad I'm not the only one.
on Fox News,
you didn't
has
see-
report has
You
no,
didn't see
has not
that
reported
Robert
anything like
Mueller
that.
convened a grand jury to go over the evidence in the Trump-Russia cases.
Wait, did he get fired or is he still working?
He's still working,
Oh,
honey.
just
And
so his
apparently,
days are numbered,
look,
basically.
and I was gonna say, and apparently he working it out because he got a grand jury convened, honey. They going through it all. They
Oh,
going
that's
through.
good.
They going through his dental records, medical records, taxes,
Well, we still was waiting on those from 19 months ago, but okay.
everything.
Okay.
Everything's going to be fine.
You think so?
Yep.
Okay.
I keep telling you, in like 6 months, Carmen, we're going to be laughing.
He said that 8 months ago.
Well,
It's like August.
Round up. Round up, stay positive.
wow.
So we're going into our entertainment section. We would also like to thank our sponsor, Marmot Records, the label produced and owned right here by Eric Sills, Stone Soup Recording Studio in Maumee, Ohio. So if any singers, musicians, voice actors are looking to record in a world-class studio, please visit www.stonesouprec.com and check him out on Facebook at the Stone Soup Recording Studio and like the page.
Well, yep. Let me see what's going on. Do we need to talk about your favorite show?
Yes. Yes.
Even though it's old news.
No, it's so not. It's
It got
so
hacked.
good.
There was some hack thing going on, and that didn't really get a whole lot of. That wasn't a big deal, was it?
Well, I know the HBO was hacked, but the diehard GOTers, we have decided not to watch the leaked videos online. So they're not losing a lot of money when it comes to the video leaks because the viewership is still, super high for Game of Thrones. Speaking of which, did you see this last week?
No, I didn't. Yes, I did.
Oh, my
Of course I did. Yes, of course I saw it.
I wish I would have seen it.
Can I just say, okay, no spoilers, Dan. All I gotta say is, Jon Snow looked like steak, gravy, mashed potatoes.
Somebody was naked.
No, no, he wasn't. But I'm gonna tell you, they've got a storyline that is pretty interesting as far as him going to meet with Khaleesi.
Okay, so I got to research Game of Thrones. I only watched episode 4, season 1, and stopped there. So
no, you got a whole
Oh,
lot.
baby,
Yeah.
you got
Don't get attached to any other characters.
Okay, some caveman was having sex with a unicorn, and that's the last time I remember watching
whoa.
it. So.
I didn't know that.
Or something
I
like-
think
I
that
don't
is
know if that
that's
was,
not no.
I think you were watching what's
American.
that
That's your show.
That's
American
No, because
Gods.
there was a
American
little person. There was a midget involved, and he looked angry. So
Oh,
I'm
there
pretty
was a-
sure
yeah.
I
No,
was
you don't
watching
call
the
them
right show.
midgets. You call them
He was on that show. He's the imp.
fidgets. American.
No,
Small
Short people.
little people. You
Small
mean?
people. American.
Short
I
people.
can't.
You got to put American on it.
American little people.
I can't
Like
do it.
American Sign Language.
No, he wants to make it.
You
a
know how you
thing.
liberals, you want to put, you want
He
to
wants to make
fancy
it
everything
wants to
up.
label something. You don't want to call them vertically challenged Americans. What is that? What we are?
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
No,
I'm
okay,
not
now,
going there
help
with
me
you.
out, Carmen.
I'm not doing that with
What
you.
is the woman when the dragon queen?
Khaleesi,
she's on there and she
Daenerys
goes.
Targaryen.
She goes "Agragalaga," and then the thing blows the fire. What does she say?
Dracarys.
Dracarys?
Dracarys.
I know her.
No, you don't know Dracarys.
No, that's a guy. And
Dracarys
he sells CDs down there.
Dracarys is a command. I did hear that they said all the Targaryen names sound like African American names from the 70s.
Yeah, they definitely
Wait,
do.
Well,
they said
I agree
people,
with that.
people are naming their kids Rhaegal and Rhaegon and
Man, that is hilarious.
and
surprised.
Viserys. I do have a piece of trivia though. Last year in 2016, Khaleesi did crack the top 100 as baby names.
Really?
It did.
They probably added extra H's and Y's.
Khaleesi.
Yeah.
Too many
You know
vowels
how
come
you
back
guys
into
do it.
space.
That is hilarious. So, oh, very.
I like that.
Oh, that's funny. Can we talk about herpes? Does anybody want to talk about herpes?
Yes.
What? Whoa.
Why not? Yes. Might as well. We talked about little people.
Let's
Which
talk.
was
Let's
fun.
talk about herpes Americans.
I don't want to do that.
I guess something's going on with Usher,
Yes.
Oh.
Most
and
definitely.
he's being sued by several people
My lord.
for
Oh,
you know,
well,
giving them.
there was a story today that he's suing back. There's a story today. He's saying that he does not have a lifetime friend. But
Wow. Now it's interesting that you said friend because I'm gonna go over here. I have a few
what? You got a what now? You have a who?
melanin
Melanin?
Melanin.
Melanated?
millennial
Millennial. Is that, what are you doing?
friends.
Is your tongue working?
I was playing the saxophone the other day.
I don't think he did.
I'm hoping that's what
And
it was.
no, it was the Seinfeld episode and the dude was playing and he
not
couldn't
what it
play
was.
because of something that he did. But anyway, sorry kids.
I'm done. Okay, I quit.
You know, they feel, one of them literally said to me, oh, you know, herpes isn't a big deal anymore.
What?
And I'm like,
Who
are you
said
serious?
that?
They just meant cold sores.
Who said what?
1 in 4 people have herpes. There are 3 people here. That means if one more person walks in here.
It's not
One
me.
of y'all have herpes.
Oh
then.
my
So,
God.
I mean, so I don't know. So I'm going to go over here. This person,
I'm going to go with 1 in 4 of them have
Well,
herpes.
Yes.
one of my
There.
very liberal
Why is
Facebook
it? Oh,
friends,
don't do that.
Richard Brookshire posted, where is the personal responsibility to protect your body? Everybody wants raw R&B, I'll just say penis. They want raw podcaster penis too.
That's not.
Where's
And-
this documented?
That's not written anywhere on this.
Well, he's saying basically that they all want these celebrities. You know, you're grown, do better.
Okay.
You know, I agree with that, but I think that we need to improve the conversation that
Well,
we
the
have
other side of
before
that,
sex.
yeah, I do say there is personal responsibility to protect yourself, of course, but I also say that you do when you have a lifetime friend, or if you have a fire hose that moonlights as a penis, or if you have
Wow.
like firecrackers in your drawers, or the creepy crawlies, or itchy scratchies, or anything like that. You should share and disclose that.
I agree.
It's only fair because
People will still want to have sex with you.
I
if you're
know.
Usher.
That's
It's fine.
That's like the conversation with I was reading about something with a transsexual that got killed because he didn't disclose that he had, not to equate being transsexual with a disease. I'm just saying that full disclosure up front is the key to responsible relationships.
Again, the conversation. I mean, how many conversations have I had with women? We're caught up in the moment. They're at me.
I'm hoping
and they look at me and
not
they say,
a lot.
"You straight, I'm straight. You straight, you straight," and that's it. That's
After?
the conversation.
Or before or
Before.
during.
That's the whole conversation.
okay.
So I mean, we need to improve the conversation.
I'm hoping.
I would
that's
suggest
not a
more
thing.
prepositions.
Okay.
Yeah, like a last name to boot or something.
Right.
I mean,
Like,
come on.
you over
Listen,
there, are you straight?
I meet a lot of women off of Black Craigslist, Black.
I would hope
Backpage.
that that's
No
not
one
a thing
believes
and that your wife does not. You know what? You
I think it's
say
called-
so many things. You
I
say
think it's
so
called-
many things.
I think it's called Black Page.
No, that's Backpage, and no, you don't. You can't.
What a
Okay.
relief.
Oh, also, speaking of Black Twitter, when I was on Black Twitter, I guess the blacks had a meeting and
They-
we're supposed to boycott the NFL.
Did we have a meeting? Were you
Yeah,
at the
there was-
meeting?
That didn't happen.
I'm going to boycott.
I got an
am.
email.
I'm going to boycott because I'm as long as Cap doesn't have a job, I'm not watching football or buying anything football related, including Gatorade and like those little bitty socks with the balls on the back.
Now, I'm going to
foam
say,
fingers.
now speaking of balls, I'm going to say something that's
Wait,
going to
what?
piss you off.
What?
This is going to piss you off.
I
But
bet it won't.
your boy said this. Who's going to
I
call
bet
in
it.
today?
I bet it won't piss me off though.
From the Rich Report, your buddy.
Okay.
He said, and somebody else said from a podcast that I watched, the No Nonsense crew said that if Colin Kaepernick were gay, we would be all, this wouldn't be a problem.
What would he be protesting? What would he be?
He would have more support.
I get that, but this is where it's apples and oranges. What does the national anthem have to do with gayness? The
Well,
national anthem actually has a verse that deals with slavery in terms of not having a homeland here. Okay, so
Okay.
there's a real reason for the protest in terms of his ethnicity and what it relates to as far as police brutality and even the larger question of the global prison complex or the private prison complex in this nation. But what would that have to do? What would be the equivalent for someone?
This is what they
Can't wait to
said.
hear this answer.
Now, I'm going to tell you how
and I
feel.
get the point. I get that they were saying he would have more support, but I don't.
You
see
know
an
me,
equivalence.
Carmen. I'm going to roll with the team, okay?
Are you?
What's my opinion of Colin Kaepernick? I think that if you're on my team and I say, look, all of us, we salute the flag. That's what you do. If I say wear yellow shirts, that's what you do. You are under contract with me. I understand that you can do what you want and there's free will. I respect that and I understand that. But do not bring unwanted attention to the team because of your...
Why not? I mean,
I think-
that is the whole purpose of
I think
having.
this man is unemployed because he's
That's
a
the
troublemaker.
purpose. No, I think he's unemployed because America still has a race problem.
He's light-skinned
He's mixed.
and biracial. You know what? I'm going to
Yeah.
say this, and please don't email me. I know some light-skinned people. Some of them are the most racist people you're
Oh,
going to meet.
here we go.
It's like, are you serious? And the biracial ones, they look, them black, them whites also. I'm like, hello.
You're both. But you know what? They can get away with it because they're one of them. So there you go.
I guess so.
Hey,
They're
I'm
me-
black-skinned, America.
They're
Hey.
members of the club, so I guess they can
Wow.
get away with it. I don't know.
Oh,
But I'm not.
and speaking of troublemakers, I guess Spike Lee is going to do some rally. I thought that was like a Facebook, something, some myth, but it's the truth.
I'm like absolutely not watching the NFL.
When's it
Anything
take place?
NFL related this year. If
I
Caps,
don't even
if-
watch NFL. Last
if
time I
Cap's
watched
not
NFL,
working.
it was the Cardiac Kids.
Oh God.
That's the last time I watched NFL.
Oh my God.
That must have been a long time ago because
Girl, I don't even
what you're
know
talking
what
about.
he's
The
talking
Cleveland
about.
Browns. They call them the Cardiac Kids.
Oh, he said the Brown. Were they winning?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say because that
no.
was way before
Yeah, I
my
was gonna
time.
say that would have been.
They didn't win
before.
since
That was 3 kids ago
67.
for me.
How many children do you have?
3. What?
You said that like there's a
Adopted?
Right? No,
No
they
way.
came out of me. I was there. Yeah.
You didn't have to say they came out of me. I know where babies come from.
All right. Well,
Don't
I'm
tell
just
him. Don't
saying.
tell him.
They come.
All
What was that?
kinds of
What did
kids.
you have to believe when you're a child? They come
The
from
Cabbage Patch.
The Cabbage Patch.
For the stork.
The stork.
We never did Cabbage Patch and Stork. My mom had like 6 kids, so it
Oh,
was
really?
yeah. After
Where do you
all-
fall in that little arrangement?
I'm number 3. I'm like
that's
the
perfect.
middle kid.
So you're the wildest one. I love this.
Wow.
Stuff.
Speaking of wild, I got something that's really wild and fun.
What you got?
We got a national holiday today, and despite what happened last show, Carmen.
Can I preface this by saying these are not real?
Oh, okay, great.
No.
I was so hoping they weren't. So
No,
this is
they're-
great.
they're-
The
really
CEO from the website that I get these holidays from, he was
and-
going to call into the show last week, but he was busy.
I believe
There
that.
is not a real CEO. He's
His name is Bartholomew Josephus Jackson III. He was going
somebody
to call
get
in.
him. That's not a person.
It's a what?
That's his name. His
So he can't call in
initials are
today, but he sent me a letter.
BJJ3.
Oh.
He sent me a letter, and he
Very
says here.
observant.
Yeah.
He says here, "Hello, Full Circle Podcast Show.
not.
I love the show. Sorry I could not call in. I've been busy creating more holidays. Have a blessed day." I guess he's black because
He
white
said,
people.
"Have a blessed day."
Yeah, white people don't say "have a blessed day."
I don't think that happened.
Wow, but
They're starting to say it though.
I have
Are
never.
they?
I've never been to
Someone
Chick-fil-A.
said it today, and I didn't even respond. 'cause I
Chick-fil-A,
didn't
they
think it
do
was
say it
well
at
they?
Chick-fil-A. They do say it at Chick-fil-A. Have a
workers?
blessed day.
The
They do.
employees?
Can I tell you something? If you are ever in a bad mood,
Yeah, go to Chick-fil-A.
I'm so serious. And don't go through the drive-thru. Stand in the line. Stand in the line. I don't care if you order iced tea or water.
Is it
honey.
different?
It is. They're so lovely.
Explain.
No, this is what they do. When
Shout
you
out
drive through,
Chick-fil-A when
hi,
it's
may I have a name for the order? I feel all weird. I'm like, Darryl, McCullough. I don't know what you want.
Sugar pie.
I'm like, wow.
They back there praying for you. That's what they do.
Probably are.
They seriously.
Me and the Lord are very close.
So, what's
Now,
today?
Today's holiday is, and I actually am a fan of this holiday. I'm going to say it. Today's holiday is stop saying hello to people using their names.
Why?
Day.
Why would you?
Listen,
Why would you stop?
I love this because of the fact there are so many people. I see them. I work in a large building. I don't know all these people.
Hello, Darryl.
And they're like, "Good morning, Darryl." I'm like, "Good morning."
Pause.
I can't remember all these names.
Can I tell you, go get very southern on them and just call them baby honey or sugar pie.
They're guys. I'll do it.
Bruh.
Then you just
You
go,
can go,
hey.
Bro or bruh. Depending on the ethnicity.
Good morning, bruh.
No, bro. That's a bro.
Good morning, bro.
One of those two has to go. So the good morning has to go, or the bruh has to go. The good morning or the bro has to go.
Hello, brother.
So just
I'm
pick
gonna
one.
teach.
Hello,
I'm gonna
brother.
teach
The other
Gerald
one.
some stuff.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
you know
just
what I
the-
did?
the
Speaking
total.
of brothers, when we were at your concert, I saw the Three Kings there.
Yes.
Archie.
Yes. Hi,
And
Beast.
he came, you did the, we did the brother hug.
You
My
did?
goodness.
And I think I did that right.
Did you?
And, wasn't too tight.
We're gonna
And-
get a critique.
and
Archie,
then-
I want you
Yeah.
to on this video. I want you to critique his handshake and hug.
And I was coming with the hand. He was coming from the side. I'm used to coming from the nose down. And I thought he was going for the handshake, and it was a bump, and it was a big.
It was very
cluster.
awkward.
I was so embarrassed, and I think I was dressed kind of cool,
You look good. You did.
but
You
it
guys
messed
looked really good.
it messed it up.
But did you maintain eye contact? Because that's imperative.
No, I looked immediately
That's
down
what
to the
messed
ground.
you up. Exactly. Like
When I
your
messed
balance
up, I
just-
looked down.
Yep. That's
And then
it.
he was like, "It's cool, bro." He came in with the
The work handshake.
Yeah.
Love
The
it.
job interview.
sorry, Archie.
Oh my God.
Eye contact. Remember that next time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get ready to get into our topic, which is America is getting brown. Are you down? This episode is what? How did we come about this?
Well, first of all, besides talking with the guest, what happens a lot is Carmen will say something or I'll say something, and we put it in the bag, basically. We have like a little podcast topic kitty bag or
Barney
something.
bag. Like
A
a
little
Barney
grab
bag.
bag.
Like
So what happened was Carmen had said something about Trump, that he cannot do anything about the browning of America. And I thought about
we
that.
talked about that. We talked
And I was
about
like,
that
this is really
before.
great. I thought this was really cool. So then I talked to Carmen about it, and she said she puts lemon pepper on a lot of the topics.
Lemon pepper. I think it's Lowry's.
Well,
That's why they're always so good and flavorful.
and the America is getting brown. Are you down? I was like, oh, I love it because it rhymes, bars. I heard that on television. Bars.
Did you just say bars?
I heard somebody say that on television.
Ooh,
On television.
bars.
Don't trust it. Then.
Now
I can't with you.
we're laughing, Carmen, and the laughing is probably going to cease.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Because I want to dedicate this to a guy who I went to junior high with. His name is Blue.
Okay.
His nickname was Blue because he was so black they called him Blue.
Oh, everybody knows that guy.
Yeah, but you know what? Blue does not exist anymore.
Hi, Delvar.
Because everyone, dark skinned people are a dying breed. I mean, when was the last time you saw a very, very dark skinned person?
My
been a
niece's
while.
dad. I'm not even kidding. My niece's dad is a shade off of this shirt.
I'm wearing black, y'all.
Literally. Like,
But does he have nice teeth? Because that makes
That
up
makes
for
it worse.
that is all you see.
Okay.
He took the girls, and I'm sorry, Chrissy, I'm going there. She ain't gonna care. Anyway, he took his girls trick-or-treating a couple of years ago.
Oh my God, this is a
wanna
bad
cry.
racist joke.
You know when you
Sorry,
start laughing, it's about to
sorry,
be sad.
NAACP.
It was so bad. And he was wearing black.
Oh,
And he came over to the house to pick them up.
oh
That
no.
is sad.
And you thought the bag was floating, huh?
No.
The shoes was empty.
All of a sudden, my light was out on my porch because I wasn't giving out candy that year. This is terrible. Please excuse me, everyone. All you saw, literally.
Wow. You sound like the white guys I work with.
I wish I was kidding though.
Wow. No, that is, I
I
know.
wish I was
I
kidding.
also have to give credit on another thing on how this came about. Eric and I have had a discussion. His wife, actually, who is a big fan of the show, had a question about racism.
Okay.
And so this came from a lot of different places.
Okay.
And we have talked about, I don't want to call this an interracial show because we've
Yay.
had that.
You
No,
know
boo,
what? And
no, boo.
no, I have to tell you something about
boo.
that.
This
He is always dogging like interracial relationships and all of it. And
No,
in terms
Carmen.
of talking about the browning or beiging of America, he thinks that it's diluting cultures and this and that.
Yes.
But my
I
thing
would
is,
imagine he's thinking that.
but my thing is here's the thing. People are people, okay? And regardless of what you try to control, there's always going to be an aspect or an element of attraction that allows for people to different races, different cultures to mix. And my thing is, why is that a bad thing? How is that a bad thing? Because my thing is, the more that we become a society that stops looking at the facade or the skin of someone as a different thing, the better it is for everyone.
I agree. Amen to that.
Well, no, I don't think that the Lord needs to be brought up in that. But listen,
Here we go.
Carmen, I have nothing against white, and you know that. I wear white undershirts. I have on white underwear.
Your teeth are white.
I have dated white women. I've had I lost my virginity to a white woman.
Maybe that's where the
Thanks.
bitterness comes
Thanks.
from.
Carmen that blew her mind when she found that out.
no,
Yes.
no,
Okay.
I-
it
When
When
happened.
did y'all
That-
have that conversation?
We on the show, and I kind of figured.
But
I'm sorry.
Just a
Hello?
wild guess.
hello, Julie.
Just saying.
Call-
out to Jules.
I'm on Facebook.
That's not like
And Black Twitter.
You know,
that
okay.
didn't blow my mind.
Here's my thing. When America came up with this whole concept of the great melting pot,
Okay.
I do not believe that they were expecting so much lemon pepper.
Oh, really?
I think that they're saying with this census report that's coming out that 2040, and everybody knows about this, and I'm dreading that year, that the growth in population of Hispanics, Asians, I mean blacks, it's
Why are you
white
dreading?
people are going to be the minority.
Why are you dreading that? Why are you dreading that?
I'm scared.
Why?
I'm
Why?
scared.
Why does that scare you?
yes, tell us why
And
that
I'm
is.
going to tell you what.
And that's why
I think that's
white
one of
people
the
lean
biggest.
right because of that.
I know that, and that's what I was going to say. One of the things that I think drives most of people's political leanings at this point is fear. Let me borrowing from Public Enemy, fear of a black planet.
I heard of those. Who's that? Public?
The concept is this, okay, that with the rise in population of another race, that you somehow lose your identity as a race. That's foolishness. That's absolute foolishness. Because what is racial identity? Race is a social construct to begin with, and it means nothing more than what your skin looks like. Okay?
Classification in
Thank
some
you.
ways.
It does not say anything about your heritage. It does not say anything about who you are as a person. All it says is what your skin looks like. Because here's the thing. If you identify as, for example, French, okay? You say your origin is France, unless or Italy or Italian American, anything like that. There are blacks in Italy. As a matter of fact, the Merovingian kings were black.
Look there.
Okay.
Well, you know,
there are blacks in Spain. There are blacks in France.
I want to see it.
I mean,
You know where I live. Don't say where I live, but yeah, there are blacks there. Hello, 4 of them. My family.
No,
That's
but
it.
what I'm saying,
doesn't-
what I'm saying to you is, you don't lose your cultural identity
Correct.
just because someone black identifies as what you are or a part of you.
Yes.
Okay.
No one walks in your house and robs you of what
Yeah.
creates your environment, your
And
habits.
these people who hate quote unquote race mixing, how do you think you got here?
Honestly.
If the origin of man is in Africa to begin with,
was
how do
gonna
you
point
think
that out
how do
too.
you think you got here?
See,
Now,
Somebody been reading.
now I'm going to go over here. This
Girl, tell 'em 'cause I
information that I
stutter.
was looking at said that 1 in 7 marriages are interracial, and I'm sure most of those are black because a lot of black people, you guys like to do that. You know, they like the white
Is that
person.
what we do?
Okay, now what
So-
happens when this happens? Why am I so upset? Should I be upset from a black perspective? No, because that child is black. Okay, doesn't make a difference who's white, black. That child is black.
Okay.
But from a white perspective, and I think that I can speak for white people.
Can you?
well, he's gonna.
You're
Hey,
so
hey, Eric.
you're so in love. You're so in love with this person that you have lost your race, because white will never come from you ever again. You have lost your religion. You have lost
How?
your political standing.
How?
disagree with
How?
that.
How does
Because-
any of that happen?
Because anybody who gets
Right.
interracial is going to be liberal. I don't know any Republican interracial couples.
I
They're
say
liberal.
white
Oh, but
people
you
can
do.
afford. White people
Oh,
can afford
but
to
you
lose a little bit
do.
of white. It's fine.
I mean, my God.
I'm not happy.
Hold on. Dare I say, and y'all can call in, y'all can cuss if you want to. Most black Republican men.
Well,
What a great point.
you know what?
Hello.
Well, and I'm going to go over here. When we spoke,
Michael
and
Jordan.
I spoke about this a long time ago, about the beige and the bland agenda.
What?
They are pushing
Who's
this stuff
they?
on the television.
Oh my God.
It is insane.
And
I
so-
can't tell you how many shows have that. It's not the black with the white woman anymore. That's not in style. The white woman with the white man. There's so many shows. How to Get Away with Murder.
Wait. The
Flash,
white woman with the white man. That's
the white
kind of normal.
the
Yeah, well,
white
you don't have to look far to find that.
man with the black woman.
well,
Flash, How to Get Away with Murder.
we cute. What
all
can we
these-
do? I
Right,
mean, come
finally,
on.
finally.
Now-
You're not cleaning folks' kitchen like Nell Carter
I mean,
anymore.
my goodness.
I just want to go back to the days of Happy Days. You know what I mean?
You want to go back to
But there
Happy
were no
Days?
black
Richie
people
There
there.
Cunningham.
weren't any blacks on Happy
There
Days.
was Sticks.
What?
Sticks. His name was Sticks.
The
That's
basketball
Fat
player.
Albert.
He
Oh,
was-
That
okay.
was
He played the
He
drums.
played the drums. He was a basketball player.
That's a real person.
He was all the stereotypes rolled up into one character.
Because that's who they could afford to pay. They
That's
were like,
it.
we ain't paying 6 black people to be
No,
6
just-
different black
just
people.
the one.
You're going to have to be all the black people.
All of them.
Okay,
Well-
so you're going
He
to play the
was.
drums, you're going to have to skateboard and fried chicken. You're going to
Okay.
have to do that.
Well, I'm just saying, it's
He's on
it's-
like 2 episodes. This guy.
That
Oh.
explains it.
Oh, and you know what? I saw Spider-Man: Homecoming. Did you see this?
here we
Loved
go.
it, yes.
Did you? What are you talking about?
I loved that movie.
Carmen, can you switch?
I'm not doing that.
I'm in the middle. Apparently, that's not a good thing right now.
I'm already, he's got
That
me
was the
drinking
most
more.
politically correct Spider-Man I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
I mean, Flash was, I don't know what that guy is. He's like
Oh my God. Here we
Hindu.
go.
I don't know what he is. His
You know what?
buddy, MJ, is
Can
black.
can I just say this?
And then the next girl he might date is black. This is
She was
insane.
mixed, though, 'cause
I
her
want
dad
to-
was white and
I
evil.
want to put a disclaimer on this show to anyone that we may offend with Darryl's racial.
in advance.
I know that it exists. I'm that guy. I'm the guy who's supposed to have a white wife. I'm not. This is not racist.
Excuse me to Darryl's actual black wife.
I
How
don't-
about that?
I don't.
Qualification.
How about we
don't
do
have-
that? How about we excuse
I don't
yourself?
have a mustache. I wear K-Swiss tennis shoes.
He has a striped polo on. That
Yeah.
is definitely the indicative.
Oh my
Absolutely.
God.
Now,
Wardrobe of
but I'm
said
saying
man.
it's too much. Do not force this down my throat.
Why? What makes you so uncomfortable about interracial? And I'm still wondering what makes you so uncomfortable. What makes you so uncomfortable?
No. Carmen.
What?
I have
What?
to say.
No,
Danae,
honestly, let's discuss. What makes you so uncomfortable about the concept of an interracial couple or the concept of the browning of America?
Or the lessening of the
I
whiteness.
I
of
love
America.
cultures.
Yeah.
I love ethnicity.
Okay,
I
do
respect
you?
a white man, and
You
and
don't
for him to
respect
no
black people?
no wait a minute. I'm saying I respect the white man who's Irish, who is proud of his Irish heritage.
Can I-
Just as a black person, hey, I'm black, I'm proud.
Okay,
I'm Puerto Rican and
Let
I'm
me-
proud.
Let me ask
What's
you
going to
this.
happen?
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If I told you that I was part Irish,
I am too, McCullough.
I mean,
Yeah, I am.
not far removed.
Look at this
No,
nose.
no, but honestly, like not.
Black people normally have a traditional pug.
Oh my God,
pickup
that,
drink.
he's doing that.
This-
but I'm
look at this
being
nose.
serious. I'm like being serious. Like
I'm serious. I have blonde arm hair.
yeah, my
have-
and my son's hair
yes.
is like naturally
Don't
red.
don't
He's like-
diminish my whiteness. Don't.
Oh God! But that's not the point I'm making. What the point that I'm making is, am I not allowed to embrace that heritage as well, just because of my skin?
Very good.
Okay, I'll say this.
Does that mean that that because I'm black, I can't embrace that part of my heritage either? Can I only be black?
Yeah, is black a barrier to diversity? What are you saying
Right.
exactly?
What are you saying? When we talk about the browning of America, for example, you have a mix of cultures that run the gamut, whether it be Mexican and Asian, or Puerto Rican and black, or different different cultures from India, or Pakistan. I mean, this runs the gamut. What are we talking about? What
What's
makes
going to
it?
happen to Blue?
He'll be okay.
He's not going to be okay. He doesn't exist.
Honey, blue has a dominant gene.
Yeah, he's going to take over no matter who he's with. Everybody's going to default to
and,
blue.
and you know what's sad? You know who's Blue going to end up be? You know who's Blue is going to end up with?
That
A white girl. Because
It's
black
okay.
girls think that he's too black.
Yes, because you already
Or-
being disenfranchised. You don't need to make it
or
worse.
can I tell you who blue's attracted to?
Right.
I mean
Blonde.
and that has to do with
Excuse me,
personal
one second.
preference.
Eric, somebody's trying to call. They said they can't get through. The 800. Thank you.
That has to do with personal preference, I think. I mean,
Yeah, I think so.
because you do have people who only date inside their race as well. So those will be like the banner carriers for whatever kind of level of purity that they think they have. Because to be honest, at this point, there is no such thing.
Yeah, people just need to lighten up, really, is what it boils down to, I say.
Look, and if they kick it
enjoy
with
each other's company.
if they kick it with us, they will.
Right. And they always say that. You guys are so much fun.
I like him. You know, but this is what's going to happen. If everybody becomes beige, who's going to pay for the drinks?
They'll still get paid for.
All my white friends, they pay for everything.
They ain't
I
gonna
wanna-
get less white. There's a lot of them.
I mean-
so it's years before it really actually appears to be that whites are the minority. I think we'll know it by numbers and graphs, but visually, it's still going to be more white people in Perrysburg than there will be black people. There'll still be more white people in Maumee than Perrysburg. There'll still be in Austin, Texas than
Right.
Perrysburg. So yes, while statistics would say it's lessening as a majority, it's still going to be a whole lot of white people. So I
I
wouldn't
mean,
worry
to be
about them.
perfectly honest,
Your
who's
drinks will be
going to
fine.
move to Oklahoma just to brown it up?
No, I think no one has that goal because we're good. We're at.
I'm thinking we're good.
It's happening. where it
Well,
needs to happen.
I know some white people who think we are not good.
Well, and they voted for Trump for that purpose.
I wonder if they're sorry about that. That's another show.
Well, okay. Now, we got a call-in guest calling in a few minutes. Soon we got some phone concerns. I don't know. I mean, I
guess that what my biggest issue with people who shun diversity itself as a concept is how do you know what you're missing if you exclude other people? How do you know what you're missing?
What's wrong with black people being in a relationship with black people? What's wrong with that?
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Hi,
we have
babe.
to say, right. We definitely should say that. We like that.
Look,
We're
hi,
okay with
babe. I like it.
I mean,
Now, mind you, if Henry Cavill just so happened to wear rap. Never mind. Anyway, what I was saying.
Anyone with a British accent for that matter.
Baby.
A British accent.
Wow.
A British accent.
That's a thing.
It just got Irish, but yes.
No,
British
but
accent
that's another show.
It's a, yeah.
That's another
Like,
show.
if you didn't think you would date outside, like if they said, okay, would you ever date outside your race? No, never. And then some British talking guys. And you're
British,
like, okay,
Irish,
I'll think about it.
Scottish.
Yeah. It's like, I'll think about it.
Maybe
now. I mean,
Welsh.
It can't be so bad. Right.
Not so much French.
Yeah, they're kind of bossy.
what did Muhammad Ali? Can I quote
Who now?
Muhammad Ali?
What is that?
Yes, absolutely.
He
I love
said-
him. But I'll check you on it, so go ahead and get it right.
Bluebirds fly with bluebirds, and redbirds fly with redbirds.
Did you Google that?
He said, no white woman is worth the problems that I'm going to have to go through.
What year did he say that in?
I think OJ said
Okay, it
that.
might have been 62 or something like
Okay,
that. But
I'm gonna go with that's probably wouldn't be a thing today. I mean, I have one of my favorite people who I'm gonna call daughter-in-law one day. I'll call her my daughter-in-law today. Who will march with Black Lives Matter, who will be down for whatever struggle there is. And she has been, and that's my baby. I love you, Autumn.
okay, and I'm going to go over here, and you know where I live, and let's
I
not
see
say
you.
it.
I see you.
But when a black person, we think we're at a certain level, and we want to move out the hood, we move to the suburb, and that suburb is usually full of white people.
They got there first.
And what happens
That's
is
all.
we just want safety and security, okay? That does not mean I want my daughter to date your son and my son to date your daughter. I just want that security. I just want the good schools.
But what would be the problem if they did? What's the issue?
Now,
Who has the issue? Is it the white people that have that issue?
I think
or
it's
is it
Darryl.
I do not want my,
Darryl.
I love seeing educated white people doing what they do. I love seeing educated black people married doing what they do.
What is this? Why is this a thing?
I mean,
Where are you going?
I'm
can't
saying,
wait to find out.
I'm just saying, I mean,
Where are you going?
when it was me and going to high school, I did date white women, but I looked at it as they're for playing, not staying.
Oh God! You know what? Excuse us, white women. We like you.
Please,
I
friends
like
of
'em.
mine, stay my friends.
Please
Don't
stay my
unfriend
friends.
me.
Don't listen to him.
You guys make up a lot of my fun days. And
like for real,
I have white friends.
Saturdays wouldn't be the same without you, so please just stay in my life. Thank you.
girl. Like girl.
Right. Okay. I need
Wow.
mess that up for me, Darryl.
No, I'm not. I'm just
You
saying.
are. You like messing it up for everybody.
You're blocking the
So, who do we have on the line? Tell us about yourself.
My name is Stacey, calling from your favorite state of Michigan. Haha.
Hi, Stacey.
Oh my gosh, she sounds amazing.
Yeah, I like her already.
We've got Stacey Bryant, who's one of the hosts of Reasons Why I'm Single podcast. She and her co-hosts record at Podcast Detroit with our friends David Phillips and Bob Waltonspiel. I think I said that right. Who will be?
Yeah, you're good.
They'll be featured speakers at the podcast conference. Are you guys going to come?
We don't know yet. My
See
co-host,
how she sounds. She sounds. I was excited to hear that. Her voice.
You have a great voice. You do.
Okay, well, I do a little podcast.
Oh, my girl.
But no, no, Chelsea, that is her birthday week, and she will be in Ireland.
Oh, I want to go. No,
I
for
know,
real.
right? I know.
Excuse me, we were just talking about how I'm part Irish, and
Hello.
I do have.
I can show you. I can prove that. First
Baby,
of all, McCullough and my great grandfather
Can I tell you a secret?
owned a farm.
A bitch got her refugee papers just in case some shit really pop off with your boy. So
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Now,
they got a program. They're accepting. I'm not bullshitting. They're accepting like 2,000 Americans.
wow.
Wow.
Girl, look it up. Look it up.
But thank you for your patience. I really
taking notes
appreciate
right
that. Now, you sound, like I said, let's just go to your voice for a second, and then your podcast, Reasons Why I'm Single. First of all, I believe I found you on Snapchat, or is it Snapchat? What is that the young people are on?
Oh my God.
And the old
Was it
people.
Twitter? I found you on one of those little things, and
He's being a creeper is what
very,
he's being.
very beautiful. So I gotta think that the reason you're single is because you're too happy. Is that it?
Unless I'm hungry. Don't come at me if I'm hungry.
Okay.
No, the way Chelsea and I came up with it, we were both in our late 20s, and so we had several mutual friends that were on their second or third marriages before they hit 30.
Oh,
my God.
And
That's a lot of work.
right, so a lot of them
they like
would
dresses.
say-
They don't like marriage.
I like that.
Fantastic. So a lot of, like, they would approach Chelsea and myself, and they'd be like, well, at least we found love. You two are still out here single. And we're like, hold up. We didn't settle. Like, we're still waiting for
Girl.
whatever. But until then, our lives don't start.
Marriage
when we're
is
married.
settling.
We're still
You
living
have
it
to
till-
settle.
Oh
Marriage
my God.
is
Don't
settling.
do that. Don't do
It
that. That's a
is.
whole nother show. That's another
It's
show,
not
boo.
settling.
No, you
I'm
have
sorry.
to have standards.
I'm
You
sorry.
do.
You're right.
You know what? His wife is going to beat his, you know
I
what?
was going to say, aren't you married?
So married.
Sorry, God.
He's so extra married.
Sorry, God.
Deeply married.
So extra married.
Excuse me. You
that's
know
not-
what? He don't even know the Lord. Excuse me, Jesus.
I know, right? Fix it, Jesus. Call on him.
Okay.
So Chelsea and I were just like, this is ridiculous. Like, the fact that this is even a standard. And so Chelsea and I, whenever we'd have phone conversations, literally we'd say, you know what? We're hilarious. We should have a podcast. Not a month later, Bob meets Chelsea because she used to be, still is, a karaoke host. And he's like, you are hilarious. We're looking for new
Where
talent.
do you
Like,
host
shut up.
karaoke?
Wow, that sounds awesome.
Where was she at? She was at Muldoon's and a different bar. I don't know if she's at the other bar anymore, so I'm not going to say it, but I will follow up with details.
Inbox me.
Okay. Now,
And then you inbox me.
okay. Well, let me just say this, and I'm going to get right back into Stacey. If you do go to this event, just put it this way: your money is no good.
I will go.
Oh.
Do you know
I
what that
will
means?
go.
No, that not because I'm paying.
I'm
Because
Let me make that real
because
clear.
our friends
I'm not fooling
Bob
with
and
Darryl.
Dave are
I think Bob thinks I'm cute, so yay.
Who wouldn't?
Of course, you're adorable.
Oh, so we've had an interesting conversation, and Carmen and I, we are not at odds. We are discussing.
Hold on.
Anymore.
Okay,
Ooh, let me take a sip, honey. Do what you say now.
we're discussing. America is getting brown. Are you down? And it's going okay. We have our in studio guest Tina Mueller with us,
Hi, Stacey.
and
Hi, how are you?
Oh, so good. So good.
there's like a battle of the cute voices going on right
I
now,
love it.
and I'm involved.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
I'm sorry. That's okay.
Darryl.
I went too far. So, what's your viewpoint on America is getting brown? Are you down? What are your thoughts?
So initially,
Thank you for
when I look
calling. Have a
back-
great. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, well,
not-
it's your
no,
show.
you know what,
can
don't
what
do
you
that.
want.
Don't
It's
do
your
that.
show. It's your show.
Baby, don't pay no
All the
attention to
Thursdays hang
him.
up on
Long
us.
as you're on the phone with me, you just listen to my voice. Don't pay no attention to him.
You're so good to me. You lead me to the promised land.
Okay,
yes.
girl.
Yes. So, I'll be honest. Initially, like, America being down with the brown, my initial thought was just, well, I feel like they kind of have to be at this point. Because I know when my parents, like back in their day, when they were dating, and then even a little bit in my teenage years, like, if I went home with someone of the opposite race, I am black, so if I went, if I met someone who was white that I went to school with, it was still pretty taboo. Like, whoa, son, you brought her home? Like, it was kind of a taboo thing.
Did you date
And
anyone named Blue?
Can I tell you something, though, girl? If as cute as you are, they probably were in the back high-fiving.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Serious.
Exactly.
They probably went in the kitchen and were like, "Oh my God, she's awesome."
Right, like, you did it. She's well-spoken. She's not aggressive.
Oh,
Like,
my God.
all these other stereotypes.
Thank
So
you.
I feel as though people are starting to see Black people, brown people, other minorities, like they're starting to see us more. We're not this unspoken just box that you check on a standardized test. It's like we are actual people. We are out here. We are professionals. We have different trade skills and all that other stuff. So I feel like people are starting, I do mean starting, to accept us more in different public spheres. Now, whether or not everyone is open to us as they show on the outside, that's a different conversation. But I think America is warming up to having us in more arenas.
Now, do you think that this is cool how television is just pushing this down
God.
the right-wing American's throat?
Can I tell you something though? While before you answer that loaded ass question, okay? Before you
Drop
answer
it to
that,
loaded.
okay. Do you see the browning of America as a negative or a positive thing? I want to know, just from the standpoint of the people that we reach out to, or what are you seeing?
And I would say I see it as, I want to say that I see it as a positive. However, like I was just talking to someone yesterday about this. So I have no problem like dating. Well, that's not true. So when dating outside of my race, like on the surface, am I okay with it? Sure, I'm okay with it. But at the end of the day, we have to have some serious conversations before we commit to it. So people are just like, oh my goodness, like I love brown people, Black people. Oh my goodness, I have a friend that's brown or Black. Okay. Cool, whatever, but you need to delve a bit deeper and be like, do you really understand our history? Do you know what it means to have us together? So when they are pushing to have like more people like in shows and whatnot, does that still mean the people that watch those shows are going to actively engage with those people in their real lifestyle?
Right.
Or is it just a form of entertainment and they're just like, oh my goodness, I'm cultured because I watched this show?
See, the thing
If you
about
watch
it,
a show about people getting high, you're eventually going to take a puff off of a
that's
doobie.
a lie. That's a lie.
Yeah, that's terrible.
You're going to be very comfortable around marijuana.
I'm gonna go with no because meth still bothers me, and I'm an avid Breaking Bad fan. So
That was a very bad. That's a terrible illustration.
Just
I love
saying.
that show, so I can't support that.
you know what?
I
Okay.
mean, I would say majority of movies and TV shows I saw up until I was 21 had alcohol in it, yet I didn't take a sip of alcohol until my 21st birthday.
There you go.
Yeah, me too.
If you're going to go outside of your race,
Oh
you
my
need to
God,
have the
Darryl.
conversation about dogs because
That's not what she was getting
About
at.
dogs?
I promise you, that's not what she was getting at.
dogs,
I
white
know
people
that.
love dogs.
I know that.
They do.
And they don't know
Well,
why
I know
you
Black
don't.
people that love dogs.
Hello.
Let's
Black-
make out with
Black
them.
people, black people like
Stacey-
Rottweilers and
Stacey,
Doberman
so
Pinschers.
I want. Can we steer back?
I'm sorry.
To where we were. So what I'm gathering and what I'm hearing from you is when you talk about those pertinent conversations, when it talks about what it means to actually be in a relationship with someone who has a specific set of experiences that are related to their culture or their race, religion, that kind of thing. Not dogs so much, but like the real nitty gritty of who we are as people. I think that one of the things that as far as like TV and stuff glosses over is, it makes the image okay. But like you were saying, the actual interaction is where people are missing the mark.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
Yeah, because like my concern is okay, like I could, date a white male, okay, whatever. But at the end of the day, they need to understand the history and the struggles that, Black people have had and how that still affects.
So what you're
And
saying?
can he understand that?
So
he
what
can
you're
have
saying is-
compassion, but can he understand what you're saying?
So what you're saying is I have to
Right.
make Henry Cavill watch Roots.
And eat chitlins too.
Well,
And eat chitlins.
gotta do work, yes. Like, 'cause it's my biggest concern that, let's say I do marry someone who is white, like we get married and then we have children, and then just for lack of better example, let's say that, they get pulled over while driving and there is
Right.
some injustice between the police officer. I'm not saying that all police officers are bad.
Got it.
I'm not saying that Black people are completely innocent.
What are
but
Black
there's
people
out there.
doing? What's the problem with Black people in the police?
Oh, okay, so listen to my
We will
voice.
answer that after I finish.
My
Answering
voice,
the
baby.
first
Come on,
part.
go ahead.
Different show.
So let's say that some injustice happens against my child who happens to be Black. I don't then want to take my child home to my husband, and my husband, who is white, be like, well, what did you do wrong?
Oh, my
Like,
gosh.
what didn't you do? And all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And
Right.
me sitting there having to defend my child to their father / my husband.
And that's a culture thing. That's a thing that, we do face. And one of the things I think that people are make light of is the experiential piece of who we are. It's minorities. Yeah. And the myth of equality at this point in our history is it kind of hinders that.
Now, just to go on the more so on the browning, where I think this of the discussion that I had today with I called Sprint
Oh my Lord.
and customer service. I'm like, you know how
So,
that
okay,
they're not going to help
So
you.
who haven't we offended
Wow.
today?
It's like-
Eric, who haven't we offended? We went
How-
white people, white
How
women.
are they? How are they?
We
got-
midgets.
How do they get
You
this
get
job?
offended. You get offended. Everybody gets offended.
Stacey,
Asians and Hispanics are left. Okay,
Stacey,
good.
I love
Okay,
you.
great.
Do you want to be on the Full Circle Podcast show? We have room.
It's a big table.
I'm taking.
Just as a guest, right?
All we got to do is change the logo again.
I take it that's me.
No, we got Carmen's got to be
Oh,
here.
everyone that's on it right now is fantastic.
You just well.
You know what, Darryl?
I'm sorry.
today.
Don't take it to
but
people.
not
Take it to the
permanently, so.
Lord first. Let him know
yes.
your
Praise-
heart
praise
I'm
God.
before
gonna-
you make any.
I'm gonna
decisions.
pray on it.
Hallelujah.
I'm gonna play on it.
You know what? We appreciate you being here. Where can people reach out more to find out about your podcast and the things that you do? Where can people find you online?
Oh, sure. Well, again, Reasons Why I'm Single, it's done through Podcast Detroit, so you can visit them on their website. You can find us all over social media. You can find us on Facebook at any of Reasons Why I'm Single. You can find us on Twitter at Why I Am Singles, plural.
Okay.
And you can also find us on Instagram at Reasons Why I Am Single.
I love that,
right.
Stacey. You can find me on blackpeoplemeet.com.
You know what? No.
Better
No?
not.
No, thank
Bet
you.
not.
Thank
I
you.
will find your wife
Okay,
so
girl.
quickly.
We know where she's at.
Get him.
No,
We just gonna text.
I don't know.
Because trust, if my husband was playing around like that, I'd be
Baby,
like,
he act up. He got, you know what? He needs some
No,
home
my
training.
wife is white.
That's a lie.
I get away with murder.
That is a lie from the
I
pit of
get
hell.
away with a whole lot of
That's a
stuff.
lie from the pit of hell. Get
from
him.
the pit.
No, I'm sorry. My wife is black.
The core
Very
of
black.
the earth.
She's so black.
She's so black, she's
She-
blue.
That's a lie too. See,
No.
you know what?
Wait,
I'm gonna
so
chop
is she
him.
black or is she white? Not
She
that it
black,
matters,
but she ain't like blue black. You know.
Blue. That is so racist, though. I'm sorry, Blue. I actually know someone named Blue.
I quit.
Goodness. Father God, in the name of Jesus, we pray over Darryl's marriage.
Wow.
I'm gonna touch and
Have your
agree.
way
I'm
within
touching my
it.
microphone and I agree.
But,
Yes,
but-
thank you, Lord. Doroko.
Yay, man.
Wow. But thank you so much again
Yay,
for
man.
calling in and your patience. And we will be talking to you soon.
Yes, thank you so
Yes.
much.
Well, yeah, I'll let you know if I make it down for your awesome conference.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much. You have a great night, okay?
Thank you.
Bye, Stacey.
Thank you all. You too.
Oh wow,
I'm-
Darryl,
now,
she gonna get you.
well, I don't know.
Is there a
She
bed
doesn't
in the
listen to the
studio?
show. But you know what? Podcasters helping one another. We have met some cool podcasters.
I
One is
love
getting
our
her. She's
friends.
cool. We got another one getting ready to call in here now. I love it. I love our podcasting friends.
I love our podcasting friends. I love our network of people that we've met. As a matter of fact, we were just talking about how we built relationships with podcasters over the years. And most of it is Darryl. Most of it is him reaching out and really paying attention to doing his homework in the podcasting world, which is very cool.
Well, what's even cooler is that you what does it say? You're only as good as your support system. Does that make sense?
It does.
We have a great support system within our team.
Yes, we do. Our fearless leader behind the boards, Eric Sills.
Hi, Eric. I just met him and I love him.
I do.
What about me?
I mean,
I actually took a sip out of your glass. It's just a little, just a tiny bit of herpes. I don't have like full herpes.
I probably just need an ibuprofen and I'll be fine.
Reclaiming my time.
I have nothing like that. I use dental dams. I have all that.
Get out 1970s.
Oh my God.
He's sitting at 1970s. Do they still make those things?
Is that a thing? Is that a real thing?
I don't know.
I think they just wear gloves now, and so you don't have to separate the dust from the roof of your mouth anymore. They just let you choke on it. Yeah, there's no more dental dams.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's used for?
Yeah, it's to keep the residue from when you're getting drilled from getting all over the rest of your mouth or going down your throat.
No, we're not talking about the same thing.
Yeah, it's the rubber barricade, the barrier that goes between. Yes, it is. Let's Google.
No. Okay.
But they do use it for oral relationships.
This is a G-rated show.
Yes,
you know
that's
what?
True. But you could use a piece. You could use a plastic bag for
this
that.
show has been brought to you by the word perineum, taint,
Wow.
You could use Scotch
and
tape.
dental dams.
You could use masking tape too.
I think this is going to need one of those disclaimers.
No, we've had worse. This is a cakewalk.
Oh my God. Okay, so
We don't want to offend any dentists or anyone else either. So, but I think we almost got everybody. I think we're doing really good.
we are like two ethnic groups away.
Carmen's is in a great mood. That's what
I don't
it
know.
is.
We're like two ethnic groups away from being off the air. I swear.
I think Asian dentists we should examine, and then little people dentists. And then I think we'll have them all.
The
American short people.
Do either of you have a black doctor?
Yeah, I had one, but I had to let her go because she didn't wear shoes.
See that?
Wait, what?
That is
No.
so wrong.
And she was my gynecologist.
No, I like
y'all.
that.
no.
I respect that.
Wait, no.
She did not wear shoes, and she had
what?
a beard, and so I just couldn't.
What?
It was too much.
Wow.
A beard and no shoes?
She had a beard and went barefoot, y'all.
I had a black dentist.
Can you legally call her she?
Yeah, you can. She's
Really?
definitely female.
Wow.
Just very,
Well, we got to call her on
Okay.
amid your insult of the
doctors, black doctors now.
Oh.
Caller, you there?
Okay.
Hello.
So we have
My mother bought this shirt for me.
Gabriel Rich, who is the host of the Rich Report podcast. Please tell us about yourself for people who don't know you or who haven't heard you on our show before.
Well, about myself, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a man.
Hold on. He's a cisgen.
I'm going to go out on a limb here.
Black male.
Are you black?
Well, I don't use the term black. I use the term Negro.
Negro.
Oh, you went way back.
It's
Indigenous.
gonna be good.
Indigenous Negro, American Indian.
I want to be that.
I want to be
You are
anything
that.
Indian.
Oh.
You're all that.
Hey.
You all are.
What's up, my brother?
Yes,
How are you, man? It's
indeed.
good to talk to
What's
you.
happening?
Hey. Well, as you know.
How you doing, Carmen?
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm well. Today's topic, we're talking about America's Getting Brown, Are You Down? And it's based on, a lot of the conversations that Darryl and I have had about the browning of this particular country and what that means both politically, socially, and in terms of interpersonal relationships. And I know that you on your show, you've had a lot to say about where we are, what we look like, what we should be doing, and the reasons why we are where we are. So can you tell us about your perspective?
My perspective on it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the agenda is they are pushing for a mulatto-sized society, and that's part of the agenda. The more we buy into that agenda, the more we get away from ourselves. The further we get away from ourselves.
Can I get your phone number?
Okay. Is that wrong, or is that something that makes it bad for us?
Well, no, it is wrong, because what they are asking you to do is capitulate, and they don't capitulate to anything or anybody, but they put pressure on you to do so, and then they use political correctness to try to shame you into to capitulating, which is absolutely wrong. Plus, another part of their agenda also is the more that they mate with us, it preserves their bloodline, so to speak, because as you can see, they're not having, actually more of them are dying than being born. So what happens is that mulatto child, even if that child can't pass, will more than likely have children with a white person, and then their bloodline is thin. For an example, take UFC fighter Ronda Rousey. Her great grandfather was a Negro, okay, who had a child obviously by a white woman, who then, there's nothing but white people in the family, so you don't even see her bloodline anymore. You don't see his bloodline. You just think of Ronda Rousey as white, which she is, by all accounts.
Okay.
So that's another reason why they do it. They think genetically. We don't think genetically, unfortunately.
Now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to get real black on you, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
With the browning of America, it's only helping the black population, correct? It's destroying the white population.
Well, that's not what he's saying.
It's not destroying the white population. White supremacy still reigns.
He's saying the opposite.
Yeah, it's the opposite. It's destroying us. It actually strengthens them. Genetically, on the genetic ladder, they're at the bottom. We're at the top. So to have children with us, to just take one black specimen, have it produce a child with that black specimen, and then that black offspring or mixed offspring will then have children with white, people from the rest of it. They've strengthened their bloodline for 2, maybe even 3 generations.
Now, is it wrong for all the immigrants that come over here? I love a lot of their food.
Okay, so you know what?
Is that wrong for us to have all these people coming in here in this melting pot for the American dream? Is this wrong?
It's wrong in the sense of that you got a lot of foreigners who are coming over here to put stakes down in our land, because this is our land. America is our land. So for us to be further pushed back and marginalized, a lot of them basically make their money in our communities. All right, and treat us like crap in the process.
They're taking
money in our
all the jobs at Sprint.
Oh God, here we
They're
go.
taking all the jobs at Dell
And Citibank too.
Dell Computer. Are you kidding me?
So okay, so
I'm sorry.
when we're dealing with, for example, the question of a Colin Kaepernick, and in terms of how he's been treated by the larger society, speak to that in terms of what it means in context of the browning of America.
Could you repeat that? I didn't hear it.
We talk about Colin Kaepernick and the stuff that he's going through. Can you talk about that in context of the browning of America and what you're seeing, the backlash?
Colin is a perfect example. Colin is obviously, he's mixed, a mulatto who can't pass, right? So he has pretty much adapted the black or Negro side, and he's standing up for what is right, basic human right. And because of that, they are treating him like a nigger, if you will. They are putting him in his place. 9 times out of 10 this year, he won't get a job. And it could be quite possible that his career is quite possibly over. And if it does, it'll never go back to the way it was. And this is despite the fact that he's proven himself on the football field.
But
Even with the dismal season last year.
Let me just pull this right out the air. What if he was gay? Would he get any support?
He'd get all the love in the world. And if he was taking a knee for gay rights, he would get all the love in the world. If he was taking a knee for the vets, he would get all the love in the world. But he's basically speaking out on the issue that needs to be addressed, which is police brutality and the murders of people of color, of indigenous Negroes. And so that is a taboo subject for them, and they will not allow him to have his forum, even though he's already said he will not do it this year, right? It doesn't matter. The crime to them has already been committed.
So,
but do you think he's like the Spike Lee of football?
So,
well, Spike, I wouldn't. Spike never went that far out. Spike talks a lot. This man did it, and he's risked his career. And he knew beforehand that he would be risking his career, and he still did it.
yeah, I guess what I'm hearing is that the biggest connotation that you see when it comes to the browning of America is the ask of assimilation. The fact that we're asked to assimilate as opposed to anyone else.
Right.
And in terms of culturally, do you think that it's possible to be interracially involved without having to assimilate?
Impossible. It's impossible because, number one, they are the so-called dominant culture, and to be a part of any guy. Let's take men for an example. As an example, most of the guys I know who are in interracial relationships, generally they may think that they're leading that relationship, but they are not.
Right, and
they are being led in that relationship.
I have, brother. Listen.
You know what?
I have dated many. Carmen, please don't grab. Why are you grabbing the bottle? I have dated many white women.
All too.
And what happened was, I walk differently. I talk differently. I shaved my mustache.
You don't
off.
talk differently. You sound exactly the same.
I'm gonna get
Okay.
I'm betting
Well, all right. Forget all that.
Okay.
Forget what I said.
You know what, Gabriel? How can people reach you and find out more about your efforts and your podcast and all that good stuff?
The Rich Report comes on every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We're having a good show this week. We're basically talking about our children, how we're throwing our children into the educational system still, even though it's chewing us up and spitting us out. So that's Thursday nights, 9 p.m. The call-in number is 563-999-3442. And you can also check the link. You can go to Blog Talk Radio and just type in The Rich Report, and you should be able to find it.
Hey,
all righty.
It's always good talking with
always.
you, man, okay?
Thank you so much for being
always
on the
great.
show. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Okay,
All right.
take care.
Bye, Gabriel.
Bye.
I love the smell of racism in the morning.
Oh my God.
And the afternoon and the early evening too. Apparently.
Okay, so
We have our featured guest calling in a little bit.
so
but
we
go
still
on.
so we still have gay friends now, do we or don't we?
No, we don't.
We
We
don't
didn't
have.
think we covered them.
We didn't even say anything really about the
Not
gay.
enough. You're right. We didn't go hard in the paint on them. No.
Okay, so we still have Muslim and gay friends now.
Yeah. Do we
Not-
do transgender?
Not that matches.
Did we offend? Did we offend any doctors? We didn't offend any
Yes,
doctors.
I hope
We
so.
did.
Oh yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, we
Mine
did
was
doctors.
definitely- Dentists may not like.
Oh my God.
That
Wow.
don't wear shoes and don't show up on time, and then leave you in the room and forget to come see you,
Oh.
and then act like they went on call when really they was taking a nap. But whatever.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
We got one call. Caller, you there?
I'm here.
Hey, hi, how are you?
Who do we got on the line? We
We
got
like
one more.
this.
We got one more call. We're getting.
We got one more opportunity to just
Who do we have on the line?
screw the whole pooch.
This is Chris Thomas.
Hey, Chris, how are you,
Chris,
buddy?
how are you?
I'm good.
I'm just
How you
waiting.
doing?
I'm just waiting for Russ to call.
Yes. So far we have alienated just about 80% of the population.
We're doing good.
We're going for a total 100 today.
Wow.
We're going for
go all the way.
we're going for an easy 100 today. Yeah, I think.
Chris and Russ actually are really cool guys. I met them at a podcast meetup. A really
He
cool.
never invites me to podcast meetups. It's like I'll see it and he's already there, like on Facebook. Did you guys know that I was on the show too?
I knew you were on.
Well,
Not at
Hi.
the time when I met, not when I met Darryl.
Like for
But
real, like
I know
yeah.
now.
no, well, see,
Hi.
I
I'm-
guess,
I'm Carmen.
how can I say this without being vain? I kind of want all the glory and all the attention.
Well, that didn't work.
Oh, that wasn't? Oh, okay.
He showed me this picture of a Sly and the Family Stone album cover where Sly was holding the entire Family Stone in his hand.
And had room still.
Yeah, and he was like giant and they were like so little. And he says he wants to redo the logo.
Oh my God. No, there's no, I would never do that. But when I saw it, I thought it was hilarious. But Chris, while we're waiting for Russ to call in, tell us about yourself and your show, please.
My name's Chris Thomas. I actually live in the suburbs of Detroit.
Sweet.
My buddy Russ and I decided to start up a nerd culture-based podcast.
We love nerds.
They are the best.
They really are. We're going to inherit the world someday.
I don't
but,
know.
yeah.
I didn't see nerds in the demographic for 2040.
Take me with you.
But go on.
But yeah, so we decided we wanted to do something a little different. So we decided to do a show called Nerds with Alcohol.
I
So
like it
we're,
even better.
Yeah, we sit around, we talk about nerd stuff and drink. So we talk about the stuff that we're drinking, we talk about all sorts of things going on in the world of pop culture.
So, do you guys actually do the Game of Thrones drinking game?
No, we haven't done that. We actually just started talking about Game of Thrones. We just last night did our 40th episode.
I was going to bring that up.
And-
Congrats on that, man.
Congrats! I have
Thank
to. I'm going to introduce you to the best thing you'll ever read in your entire life, and it's blacknerdproblems.com. Their recap of Game of Thrones is legendary.
And I'm going to give you something to read, too, that'll change your life. It's called Is Marriage for White People?
No, that's not.
That's not-
No, not the same.
I can't
Oh.
wait to dwell
So
into
not the
it.
same.
Well, okay. But, Chris, we are talking about America is getting brown. Are you down?
Are you down?
Yeah.
Are you down, bruh?
What are your
Can't
thoughts
say no now.
on this?
Well, I think it is to an extent. I mean, I think we're seeing a lot more people of color coming out into TV and getting leading roles and getting higher, more screen time, which I think is a great thing. Honestly, I think as a country, we need to come together and stop trying to separate everybody out.
But Chris, as a white man, I'm very.
He's so not.
you've
You've met him? Yeah, you know.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
no.
He's dressed like one, but he isn't one.
He plays one on
You're
TV.
going to be dressed in a hospital smock at the university.
Oh, now he's violent and black, so he's back to his normal roots.
You're going to be
This
at
is what I
the
like.
Toledo University Hospital.
Toledo
That-
University.
That's
Oh
his,
no!
That's his thug.
Please don't send me there.
And I'm serious. I did not drink your. I was just joking around.
It's okay.
I did not touch
You
your
wouldn't be
drink.
the first.
Okay, so
You're just the first to admit it.
I think Russ is on the line. Russ, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, guys.
What's going on?
Yes.
I just got like 5 texts all at once.
oh jeez.
So,
So
how's it going?
pretty good.
Yeah, it's getting a little
great.
racial.
We've been we've been talking about the browning of America. America's getting brown. Are you down? And we kind of wanted to get you guys' take on the subject and what that means for pop culture, what that means for America itself.
Personally, I think it's great. Speaking as a extremely white guy myself, I think that that diversity is something that we can all benefit from, and it's a really great thing. I'd like to see as much as possible, particularly being usually the biggest comic book nerd in the room. I'd like to see more and more of it all the time.
Nice.
Now, Russ, you're going into
I don't know.
a
don't
bridge
know.
of troubled water.
I was gonna say I don't know if you're the biggest comic book nerd in the room, but okay.
Now, Russ, Chris, and I had a conversation, and listen, I love seeing the blacks in a lot of different.
You know what? When
things.
people say the blacks, that bothers me. I'm gonna just put that out there.
Oh, okay. Oh well.
The black.
Okay.
Yeah, especially when one of us says it. How about that?
Okay.
Well, I'm
It's
sorry.
unnerving.
But
most
it's
definitely.
like when you take, let's go to the comic books. Now, Carmen, I don't mean to pull this ace out of my pocket. But when I
know.
told you that
I know
Captain
you told
America
me.
was going
you
to
told
be
me.
black.
But what did I tell you? There is no Captain America except Chris Evans. Chris Evans is Captain America. I don't give a fuck what the comic books say.
Ooh,
Raheem Josephus
I'm
is
sorry.
going to be Captain America.
I get that, and that's cool. And you know what? I'm going to go see Black Panther, and I'm going to throw my kufi on. And
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, and I'm going to wear all black and the whole thing.
I'm happy with Black Panther.
Chris Evans is Captain America regardless.
Now, gentlemen,
like this.
what are your thoughts on characters changing their race? I mean, what are they going to make? Thor black, Superman black?
It's interesting. That's interesting. Chris and I actually discussed this last night, and I personally, I think a lot of times it depends on the character, and sometimes like their importance to the story, and I also think the longevity too of like when if suddenly a black guy was to play Peter Parker in a movie, I think I'd be I wouldn't be comfortable with it because he has been since his inception a white character.
Yeah,
I agree. 100%.
The comic
I think at the same, but let me to also make the comment, like in the comic books, Sam Wilson was given the shield and became Captain America for a while. They didn't suddenly make Steve Rogers a black guy.
Thank you.
They put a black guy in the suit, and I thought that was a cool storyline, and it was a good thing.
Just like Green Lantern, just like the Lanterns, just like that. I get that part, but when it comes to Steve Rogers is Chris Evans. Chris Evans is Steve Rogers, and when I see Chris Evans
see Steve Rogers
and I accost him on the street, I'm gonna expect him to react like Steve Rogers. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, why can't we go back to the old days where black was in front of the name? You had Black Lightning,
Lord Jesus.
Black Vulcan.
You know what? No.
Just call it Black Spider-Man.
Black Dynamite. I can't deal.
Black Goliath.
Black
There you go. Black Goliath.
There was. Yeah. Well, I think that I think if you're cool with that, then great. I think there are a lot of people that are being.
He's so nice.
I was very offended by that stuff. Black Vulcan.
No,
I was like, why does he got to have
so
black?
Racist. Can I just say, nothing is more racist than the Super Friends Hiawatha character. Nothing.
Oh, you mean Apache Chief?
Apache Chief.
Wow, that's
Apache
the name.
Chief.
Yeah,
that was his name. He would shout out the Apache word for whatever his power was. He would shout out a nukchok, and he would grow into a giant.
That was awful. That was absolutely
that was a whole. That was a whole different era. I mean, that was actually one of the beginnings of the super of like people kind of looking at it and going, we need more diversity. Let's make these ridiculously racist characters.
Like when they put Sammy Davis Jr. on Scooby-Doo, and I'm like, what's the correlation with this?
Wow.
There was Black Vulcan, whom you actually saw quite often.
Right.
There was Apache Chief. There was Samurai.
Right. Hassan Shah.
Yep.
Please tell me
Samurai
that's not
was
accurate.
so racist. At least Black Vulcan. The reason why they called him Black Vulcan is because they couldn't get the rights to use the character Black Lightning. Black Lightning was actually DC Comics' first major black superhero, and they couldn't get the rights to call him Black Lightning. In fact, the creator himself of that character would not give them the rights.
I love it.
So they called him Black Lightning.
Wow.
I love it.
Now,
Black Vulcan.
But now I'm glad that things are changing. I understand that things must change. Okay. However, guys, I went and saw Spider-Man Homecoming, and I mean, it was so politically correct. I got sick to my stomach. Spider-Man, MJ is black. Even the girl that he may date in the future, she's black. And I mean, really?
Right.
It's a lot
But are they hot?
MJ,
Are they hot?
But are they hot? That's my question.
Yeah. Well, personally, I felt that that Spider-Man: Homecoming was a fantastic film.
Yeah.
Overall, I thought that it was probably one of the best Spider-Man films we've ever seen.
I'll go with number 2.
I did feel that that making that the diversity was a little heavy-handed. That it did seem like it was almost too much.
I heard that about. I heard people felt that way about Wonder Woman too.
Yeah, he even said that.
See, I wouldn't. I wouldn't agree with that. I felt that Wonder Woman was almost a perfect depiction of what. That was
Good,
something
you're
that
my
I
friend.
think
I
that
liked it
we really
too.
needed.
I think, you know what? Wonder Woman reminded me of the first Captain America.
Why
Okay.
how so?
Winter Soldier, to me, hands down, is probably the best superhero movie I've ever seen.
Yes, I'll
But-
agree with you there.
But Captain America, the very first one, it was good, but it definitely was not as good as Winter Soldier. And I think that Wonder Woman has laid the foundation for the number 2 to be awesome. It was good.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, I mean, I got teary-eyed in the Wonder Woman film, watching it and going, "This
No
is."
spoiler-
I mean,
no
I got
spoilers,
teary-eyed
no
during
spoilers.
a fight scene.
Good.
During a
Okay.
fight scene, I'm
I
like,
love
"Holy
it.
shit, this is so beautiful."
Yeah, well, yeah,
You know.
I agree. Now, what do you
This thing
think?
was accurate.
What do you think? What do you think? Okay, I'm going to tell you what I like. I like that Black Panther. I'm cool with Black Panther. He's always been Black Panther, etc.
Yeah.
I'm
okay.
cool with Black Panther too.
Yeah, he was
because-
awesome.
They
Can I
brought-
tell you
Amazing.
something?
He been working out.
Can I tell you something? That man wears a suit like he is doing it a favor, honey.
I know he must work out all the time.
Okay.
It must
okay.
have weights in
but
it.
that's a whole nother another show.
I can't wait
Well,
when I come back for that one.
They'll bring
Okay,
in
great.
Black Panther in when they had him with the in the Civil War. They gave him the introduction. Now he can stand on his own.
Yeah, most definitely.
I've seen
Yeah.
the previews and it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, they
think
can't-
It looks
gonna be good.
amazing. I also like the fact that they did not whitewash it at all. That it is there is still a great deal of real, like just really amazing African influences into the design element.
I love it.
It's I mean,
Without being-
it, to me it looks it.
I'm
what's
sorry.
that?
Without being racist,
Or
without
cartoonish about
cartoonish or
something.
caricaturing it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it looks like. I mean, to me, it looks like what would happen if a African culture
Tribal.
it was suddenly, or well, not suddenly, but over time, was also given massive amounts of superior technology. They
Right.
didn't lose their culture
Right.
along with that, and I really love that. I haven't been as excited for one of the MCU movies as more than this one in quite a while. I think Black Panther is going to change the game. It's going to massively restructure a lot of the ways black superheroes are seen, or any superheroes of color.
Well,
are
you
gonna
know,
go
One of the things that I'm-
blacks are known to change the game. They're going to
Yeah,
get
look,
inside and
look,
they're going to
Oh my God. Okay.
take over.
So
But-
to your point, what I hope to see is that this opens the door for a whole awakening of the action film genre when it comes to people of color, when it comes to accepting heroes that are not traditional. The other side.
I couldn't agree more.
The other
I
side
think,
of that. Oh, I'm sorry. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
I think Black Panther is going to do what people thought Blade was going to do.
Yeah.
And
Hoped it would.
because Blade was really the beginning of like the superhero, one of the big superhero like revolutions
Franchises,
that
yeah,
we
absolutely.
had in movie making. And I think that Black Panther, we're going to see when Black Panther comes out, we're going to see more comic books and more TV shows and more movies. They're going to feature much more prominently feature the ethnic characters
now, Russ and Chris, don't
in
you
a very
think that?
positive manner.
Don't you think that Luke Cage gets a little bit of that, even though it's not a movie? That
I think Luke Cage. Yes, I think Luke Cage did a good job in doing that. But it's still, what that did too is that's still very steeped in American culture.
Right.
And I think that the Black Panther is going to set it apart because the Black Panther was the very first black superhero.
I
Because
love
he
it.
wasn't an African American; he was an African superhero.
I love it. I love
no,
it.
I'm sorry. I
I'm
have
not
a
gonna let
lot
you
of
do-
authority
I'm
on
not
Black
gonna let-
history. I think it was Rudy Ray Moore.
I'm not gonna let you do
Dolomite?
that. No, I'm not gonna let
The
you do
human
that.
tornado.
I'm sorry. I'm not.
almost
I'm
The
not
human
gonna.
tornado.
I'm not gonna let you do that. reclaiming my time.
I'm sorry.
Reclaiming my time.
Do you need more Moscato? Carmen?
What I would like to, what I want to interject.
What about Superfly?
See, you know what? No, because you're going over there with him. No, come back.
I told you these are great guys.
Okay, come back.
Great guys.
What to your point about it being African? I kind of want to highlight the fact that a lot of times that what people are seeing is not necessarily like so outside of the box when it comes to Africa itself. We've been so like, socially engineered to think that everything outside of us is just huts and mud, that you've got cities like Nairobi, you've got cities that are like vibrant and metropolitan in culture, that is metropolitan in Africa, to where people need to be exposed to that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm also excited that one of the things that I always liked about the Black Panther too was the fact that, yes, he's an African superhero, an African character, but his character as a superhero is not so tied into like a culture, a specific culture. That's his name, and he gets his power from his origin is wrapped up in his culture. But it's not like where you see a Native American superhero named Shaman.
Oh,
or or you see an Irish superhero named Jack-o'-lantern, or because that's the other thing. You will see a lot of superheroes that aren't necessarily American or whatever, and they have a superhero name or power set that's so greatly associated with this stereotype of their country or whatever. And I'd love to see more. I just want to see more. Honestly, I loved a lot of the milestone characters that came out in the 90s that were, that had nothing to do with
like Spawn,
their race, like Icon, Icon and Rocket. And so you saw those characters in Young Justice and stuff like that.
Yep.
I just want to see more characters where their race really doesn't come into play. They're just a hero. They're just a person.
Well,
and
I grew up colorblind.
Oh my God.
I don't see color.
You know what?
Yes, I do.
So you guys.
I'm gonna go over here to Flash. Okay, I was really enjoying Flash. And then all of a sudden, here comes this interracial relationship, and I'm like, another one.
You guys, I just want
another one.
I'm gonna stop him right there.
So, I see it, but as speaking as a white person, it's just very.
You know what? Okay, so where can people find out more about what you guys do?
That sounds like a segue to me.
Yeah, so where can people find you online and more about what you guys do, your podcast and your efforts?
Of course, Nerds with Alcohol is, of course, we put out a new podcast every week. We generally record on Mondays, and the new one is out on Thursday. We are at, you can find us on Google Play. You can find us on iTunes, also iHeartRadio. You can go to our website, nerdswithalcoholshow.com, and download and stream our podcast directly from the site if you'd like.
Now, I would love to have you guys back for a review of Defenders. You know what comes out next week.
I know. I just had an idea. Okay, so you guys, there are so many superheroes, American superheroes being played by Brits. Let's do that show.
I would like that.
Yeah, I would love that. Absolutely.
Let's do that show.
Wow.
The British American hero.
the British invasion.
Yeah.
A whole other level.
And
I love
it. And we were talking about our podcasting friends. I would love to maybe one day come on you guys' show, Nerds with Alcohol and the Black Guy. I mean, I think that.
No, you know what?
Absolutely.
Don't make that a thing.
That wouldn't be cool.
Absolutely.
Don't
you know what? We totally need to have you guys on NWA. We really do. It's,
I love that. That's your initials.
Right. Even better.
I
Wow.
love it.
exactly.
I love that. That's your initials.
Awesome.
All right. Well, let's definitely make some plans soon to have you guys on.
Great,
because
man.
I think we need to have a meeting of the minds for sure.
Love it.
That would be awesome. I hope to see you hopefully at the National Podcast Power Conference, and also there's a podcasters meetup. I think it's this week.
Yeah, I think it's coming up. I am in full on preparatory mode for the Renaissance Festival. I'm very busy with the Ren Fair, and so I don't know if I'm going to be available for this one, but hopefully I will.
Can one of you guys inbox me, because Darryl's not going to tell me when it is.
I'll do a live video at the bar.
He's not going to tell me ahead of time.
I'm here. I'm getting waxed. Oh, I'm sorry. That's what she did.
I hope, and if you do, please do a video. I want to see that.
Oh my God.
I don't think they have a long
what
enough
kind of man are you?
long fly paper.
Okay,
No, it's awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Great
All right,
talking
well,
with you guys.
I'm going to let you go. Thanks again for having me on, and we'll be in contact real soon and have you guys on.
Okay.
All right.
Have a great night, guys.
Bye.
Take care.
Have a good night, guys. Thanks. Bye. Thanks.
What am I going to do with you?
Do they do? Is it fly paper? What do they? How do they?
No, my gosh.
God.
So you open your legs and you're laying down. You get as comfortable as you possibly can get, naked from the waist down or entirely naked.
Are my
however
eyes
you would
getting like
prefer.
real big and creepy?
It's okay, because I would hope that they would. So anyway, yeah, it's just you got to remove all of the hair from places you don't want it to come back.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's
Wow.
That's all. That's all I'll say about that.
Okay, great. So coming back to the.
So it's time for our apology.
Yep.
What we do every week is Darryl has an apology.
Well,
He owes everybody one.
Oh
so
my God!
Can't wait to hear it.
To
I-
all
Even
of our
me.
to all of our listeners.
well, I just want to apologize to the white women who I've had to tell to back up off me, because I am going to keep it real with my Nubian Hotep androgynous.
Indigenous. Did you hold up?
Queens.
I can't deal with you. Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay.
So sorry, Becky.
So, okay. Speaking of androgynous, I will be appearing at the Toledo Pride. You can do better drag in Toledo on August the 18th.
Get out. That sounds amazing.
You guys,
No, it does not.
Yeah, it does.
I will be
hope
doing-
that's a real thing.
I will be doing a set at from 8:50 to 9:30. So
Location?
come downtown. There will be an outdoor stage right in front of PNC.
I hope the weather's beautiful.
Wow.
We've got
Okay.
another segment. We've got Erica's Fitness Minute. We're going to drop it down right here.
Hi, everybody. It's Erica. Sounds like you're having a lot of fun in the studio without me. Boo. So, hey, for today's Erica's Fit Zone Fitness Minute, our question is, how often do I need to change up my workout? And this is a really great question. So what happens is, just like when they say that abs are made in the kitchen, 80% diet, all those type of things, we hear you have to change up your workout, and people only fixate on that one part, and they hear it so often they believe it's true. There's a whole other side to this, and that's consistency. So when it comes to wanting to change up your workout all the time, even if you plateau, there's no reason to change your entire workout routine. Consistency is key. See, people go in and try to change everything. They don't see any results. They get frustrated. They give up. Let's not even go there. Let's keep with consistency. So if you enjoy Zumba, do Zumba. If you like Sean T. Insanity, I'm not promoting, I'm just saying, just keep doing it. If you like spin, do that. If you like weight training, keep doing it. Focus on increasing the intensity, not the switching up your workout, not the time, the intensity for short bouts, okay? So mix up beginning with cardio instead of strength training, or strength training instead of cardio. Add a new activity like push-ups or a spin class or walking around the block before work. Don't focus on changing your entire workout. Focus on changing your mindset, and you'll change the results. Guaranteed. Hope you guys have the rest of the good show there. It sounds amazing, and I'll see you next time.
I'm back. Remember that?
And I'm back.
And I'm back.
Well, we also want to thank our sponsors for this episode. Giovanna Boudreau, the founder of Fit Thick Girls, health conscious and or women struggling to lose weight who want to build a fitness regimen. Please visit Fit Thick Girls at www.fitthickgirls.com. Check out Giovanna's blog, fitness tips, as well as how to purchase her items and clothing.
I'm going to speak lastly on our sponsors. I want to thank everybody for our likes and our subscribers to the YouTube channel. We want to thank our sponsors again, Lipson and Three Kings Clothing. Also, don't forget to join us at the National Podcast Power Conference. Get your tickets for the Best Podcaster Conference, Entrepreneur Networking, and live concerts featuring my girl that the Midwest has to offer. Vendors are welcome. Check us out at nationalpodcast.com.
You know what? What are you guys doing this weekend? You got anything going on?
I think they're going to drag me to Kalahari, and I'm probably going to catch a cold. So I just, yeah.
You got to tell people about where they can find you as well.
Okay, well, you can find me. Well, I can't tell you everywhere you can find me because you might find me there. But if you want to find me on social media, I'm Tina _Miller_time on Instagram. Tina Miller on Facebook. Nothing fancy like Tina, I'm your mama's keeper Miller or anything like that. Just Tina Miller. And if you want to email me, because I have the old-fashioned email address.
You got an old-fashioned.
Ms. Ohio at AOL.com, y'all.
Wow.
MIZZ Ohio at AOL.com. Yes, I keep
Girl,
it 100.
I'm still on AOL too.
Right. Ain't no need to leave.
Wow.
Ain't no need to leave.
Okay,
Gmail
so I got
too many
your
folks.
information. Are you on that Snapchat?
I am on
You know what?
Snapchat.
I wanna-
There goes
I wanna-
Tina. Snapchat.
I'm going to find you.
There goes
He's
Tina.
such a
Come
creeper.
find me, y'all.
I'm
He's
gonna
such a
snap,
creeper.
I'm going to snap your chat. I wanna,
Okay, I can't
You can
wait.
always visit us at www.fullcirclepodcastshow.com.
Let me ask my husband if snapping my chat is okay.
I don't.
See, I'm going to ask my husband. You might not tell your wife, but I'm
And
going to ask
oh
my husband
my
if
God.
it's okay.
I'm sorry.
You can also email us at fullcirclepodcastshow@gmail.com for questions, comments, or if you want to be a guest or even a sponsor for an episode. You can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher. Thank you, and remember, take a stand for something. You have an opinion.
Good night,
Use
everybody.
it.
Good night.
Crime. Let's get it together. Education. Let's get it together. Marriage. Let's get it together. Politics. Let's get it together. Full circle. Poverty. Let's get it together. Race. Let's get it together. Full circle.